Interesting Pluto facts. Fact 1. For 76 years since its discovery, Pluto was considered the ninth planet of the solar system, until in 2006 it was transferred to the category of dwarf planets. Why did scientists make such a decision? What makes Pluto unique? In today's article we will talk in detail about this celestial body. Fact 2. Type: Pluto is a dwarf planet. Fact 3. When was Pluto discovered? Pluto was discovered in 1930 by American astronomer Clyde Tombaugh. Tombo first observed it at the Lowell Observatory. In 1906, the founder of the observatory, Percival Lowell, launched a project to search for Planet X, as he named the hypothetical ninth planet in the solar system, which, in his opinion, influenced the orbits of Uranus and Neptune. Lowell died in 1916 without having found Planet X. However, the search for the mysterious planet continued until February 18, 1930, when Clyde Tombaugh finally found Pluto. Fact 4. Why is Pluto not considered a planet? Immediately after the discovery, he was given the status of a planet, the smallest and most distant in the solar system. However, in the following years, scientists discovered many Pluto-like objects outside the orbit of Neptune. Some of them, for example, Eris, are large enough to be classified as planets too. That is why in 2006 the International Astronomical Union (IAU) decided to change the definition of the term planet and transferred Pluto to the category of dwarf planets. Fact 5. How massive is Pluto? Scientists have been arguing about Pluto's size since its discovery in 1930. Only recently have astronomers established the exact size of the dwarf planet. Pluto's size. Because Pluto is so far away from Earth, little was known about it until recently. It wasn't until 2015 that NASA's New Horizons spacecraft reached the dwarf planet and discovered that Pluto has a diameter of 2,370 Kelvin m. Despite its modest size, outside the orbit of Neptune, Pluto is the largest known object in the solar system. Size of Pluto in relation to Earth. Pluto is 5 times smaller than the Earth, and almost 1.5 times smaller than the Moon. If you were to take a road trip around Pluto's equator, it would only take 5 days. To get a better idea of Pluto's size, take a look at this image from NASA. It shows the dwarf planet and its largest moon current against the backdrop of the globe. Fact 6. Orbit and rotation of Pluto. Pluto has an unusual orbit compared to the planets in the solar system. Let's take a closer look at how this dwarf planet revolves around the Sun and around its own axis. How long is a year on Pluto? Pluto has a very long orbital period. The dwarf planet needs 248 Earth years to complete one revolution around the Sun. In addition, Pluto does not rotate in the same orbital plane as the planets of the solar system, but at an angle of 17 degrees. Finally, due to the eccentric elongated orbit, it either approaches or moves away from the Sun. How long is a day on Pluto? Pluto rotates around its orbit much slower than the Earth. It takes 6.4 Earth days, 6 days, 9 hours, and 36 minutes to complete one revolution. Like Uranus, Pluto's axis of rotation seems to lie on its side. It is tilted 120 degrees. Fact 7. How far away is Pluto? Pluto is a trans-Neptunian object, or an object whose average distance from the Sun is greater than that of Neptune. Thus, Pluto is farther from us than any planet in the solar system. How far is Pluto from the Sun? On average, Pluto is located at 39.5 astronomical units from the Sun, which is equivalent to 5.9 billion km. This is almost 40 times farther from the Sun than the Earth. The dwarf planet is so far away that it takes more than 5 hours for sunlight, which travels 300,000 Kelvin m per second, to reach Pluto. How far is Pluto from Earth? Due to Pluto's eccentric orbit, the distance between Earth and the dwarf planet varies throughout its orbit. At its farthest point, Pluto is located 7.5 billion km from our planet. When objects are close to each other, the distance between them is 4.28 billion km. How long does it take to get to Pluto? To answer this question, let's look at some examples. NASA's New Horizons spacecraft was launched to Pluto in 2006. At that time, New Horizons was the fastest spacecraft. Its speed was 58,536 Kelvin per hour. In 2007, New Horizons did a gravity assist near Jupiter to get the boost it needed. Thus, its speed increased to 83,000 Kelvin per hour, which shortened its journey to Pluto by 3 years. Ultimately, it took New Horizons 9 years, 5 months, and 25 days to reach the dwarf planet.